Hey everybody, welcome to my campsite. Take a little look around. Got the trusty Suzuki DL1000 V-Strom. I rode out here from Rockford, Illinois, about 700 miles or so. Got some laundry hung up to dry already. Just got to the campsite about 20 minutes ago. Got it set up to make some tea before we set up this gear. REI half dome tent, a luxury light mesh cot, a sleeping bag, all that good stuff. We've got a nice little site right here. We're going to pitch the tent. This is the Highland Campground near Tunkhannock, Pennsylvania, in Dalton, PA. And very shortly, my daughter Jackie is going to be joining us up in that cabin right there. That is called the Wolf Cabin. And as fortune would have it, we've got the bathrooms right next to our campsite, so don't have a long walk there. Was a little dismayed to not see a fire ring here, but we're going to use the solo stove, which I've talked about before. I've got it already set up. We're going to try the top-down fire lay, this time with the solo stove. We also have the Solo Pot 900. We're going to heat up our water in, and this little box right here should have some tea bags and other goodies. But that's our mission. We're going to have a cup of tea, get settled in. The wood that I used was just some branches and twigs and stuff that I found laying around. So again, beauty of the solo stove, don't have to carry any fuel with you. I did cut up some fat wood shavings to put in the top, just to help get it going. But today I think what we're going to use to get the solo stove going are maybe one of my Uber matches that I've reviewed and talked about before. And we'll see how that goes. We'll be right back. So what I'm going to try and do today is strike my Uber match one-handed on this stone that I found laying around, and try and film this being my own tripod. I didn't bring my good camera or my tripod because I thought, I'm not going to film anything this trip. But then I got here and it was a beautiful day, nice quiet campground. I thought, what better time to fire up my solo stove and shoot another video of it. So here we are, making the best of what we've got. Let's see how this Uber match goes. Almost. Oh, dropped my dang rock. Try a bigger one. There we go. That's the ticket. I'm just going to stick this right in there. Boy, that fat wood just lights right up. Alright, so while we're waiting for that to get going, this water I've been carrying on the bike the whole way. I like to keep about 1 liter of water with me, just in case something happens that I don't expect. I do not like to be without a little water, and having your own water from home is always a good bet because you never have to worry about its safety usually. Push the solo stove out a little bit, it's starting to get hot. That top-down fire lay really works well. I messed around before trying to get the fire started underneath, and there is no need whatsoever You can just start it on the top and it'll take care of the rest. What a great little stove. So we're going to take the water, put it in our Solo Pot 900. Alright, I think we're ready to get our pot on there, get things going. I don't think it's going to take us very long to get to a boil with that fire going. Got our tea bag, get that ready. I'm going to put some more fuel in our fire. Doesn't really need it, but make sure that we don't lose any heat going forward here. Starting to get some bubbles in there already. It's only been a few minutes. It's not a huge volume of water, but it's a cup of tea's worth. So I'm shooting today exclusively on my HTC Thunderbolt, my old smartphone. It seems to be doing an okay job. I think it actually focuses better than my Canon does. And we'll be back when that gets to a boil. Alright, looks like a pretty good boil there. Well, camp's pretty well set up. We got clothes and riding gear hanging out, getting some air. Got our cook area set up, our solo stove. Here's the REI Half Dome Plus. This it's a little bit longer than the normal Half Dome, which works out well for me at 6'4". This is my luxury light cot set up inside. Sleeping bag just thrown on it. Sometimes the fabric on the luxury light is very high strength and doesn't stretch. So consequently it also is quite abrasive. So I always put either a blanket or a sleeping bag on top of it. I don't think I'll be needing a sleeping bag tonight. It's already about 75-80 degrees. It may get down to 45 or so tonight, but it won't be too bad. I like it kind of cool anyway. So that's the REI Half Dome 2 Plus. And the only thing a plus is, like I said, it's just a little bit longer, maybe a little bit wider. It's still meant to be a two-person tent, but I think you'd be hard-pressed to get two of me in there. One last look around. Trusty V-Strom. Outhouse. Neighbors. That looks like a pretty long-term setup. The big propane bottles there. Alright. I think we're set up. Talk to y'all later.